Okay, so here we go. Here's the analysis after my my arm is recovered from shooting all those rounds relatively rapid fire. Gosh, I'll tell you, this was actually a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be. Now, I'll certainly admit that as you know, as I went down the row, I certainly was getting a little more fatigued, and as you can remember on the H&K USP, I had a little trouble releasing the magazine, and that's strictly just because I haven't gotten used to the way that thing works. Okay, so here we go. Based on shooting all these 45s, my recommendation is kind of a three-part. I'm not going to call it a wishy-washy recommendation, but nonetheless, I mean, these are all awesome, all excellent guns. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought them. But there's sight subtleties between each one of them. So here's the bottom line. I personally think that the Glock 36, the Car 45 are essentially tied in my mind for ultra deep concealment. The Glock 36, it's difficult for me not to be a little bit biased because that's the gun I carry, and I know the reliability of it is solid. Also, the sights I have on this gun are an Express 24/7 sight, which just another super easy sight to line up. But I have to tell you, in a close second place is this PT 745. This thing is so comfortable. It has 6+1 capacity, and I'd probably change the sights because I don't really like this sight setup here. But once you fix that, which would be easy to do, this is a really solid gun, and it's the least expensive of this whole group, which is pretty amazing. I guess the only caveat I would say is that, and you know what, I'll probably do this. I'll run like 1,000 rounds of this thing in a day and see what happens. And once I felt comfortable that okay, this thing is going to work every time, I'll tell you, this is a lot of bang for the buck. So then back to the 36 and the PM45. The PM45, guys, honestly, this thing is so darn small. It's just amazing, and especially now that I know that you can get the 6-round magazines for this thing. I mean, compare this to the Glock 45. I'm sorry, Glock 36. I mean, look how much smaller it is. God, the shadows are crazy here. It's so sunny. I mean, it is significantly smaller than the 36. And if you're talking a deep concealment handgun, man, that's tough to beat. Trigger reset's a little bit longer than the 36. And like I said, I'm more used to this 36. But this is a tough toss-up. Now, keep in mind, this gun's probably about $200 more than the 36. So you're certainly paying for that compactness. Okay, so that's so essentially my rating is 36 and 45 are pretty much tied for the number one deep concealment 45 auto, in my humble opinion. And then the PT 745 is a close second. If once we confirm that it is a ultra reliable gun, then maybe we'll bring that up to first place as well. Now, some of you guys are thinking, well, damn, what the heck? What about the Springfield 1911? Guys, as much as I love the design of the 1911, I would say that this gun certainly wins the beauty award for the 45 Shootout. And I mean, everything about this gun is just fantastic. But I really can't, in good faith, recommend a 1911 to just anybody. A 1911 is a gun for a person who is a very experienced shooter. The manual of arms is at least twice as complicated as these other guns. So that's the only reason that I don't give this 5 stars. So great gun, super accurate, super easy to shoot. But like I said before, it's just a little too complicated for your average concealed carry person. So that's that on the 1911. Okay, now for the bigger guns, this is easy. This is super easy, and this may surprise some of you Glock people because this is Glock 21. I've had this thing for 5 years. This is kind of like my personal full-size 45 auto, and as you can see, I mean, I've got these cool Sure-Sight sights on it, which I love. You should see the groups I can put this thing. I can punch little quarters at 21 feet. But honestly, the gun that just by far is the easiest to shoot of all these, the best balance, the best controls, except of course with the magazine release, which I need to work on, is this H&K USP 45. So the USP 45, guys, this gun is just awesome. Everything is just in the perfect spot. The sight's just line up and balance perfectly. It's super accurate, extremely reliable, and yeah, there's just nothing. There's nothing wrong with this thing. I've actually been instructed by one of the comments on the Tactical Tim. I did a review of just this gun, and so I've been trying to actuate this magazine with my big fat thumb, and the guy's like, Tim, try your trigger finger, and sure enough, when you use the trigger finger, it works perfectly. So this is more of a function of me getting used to this. So I'm actually thinking of transitioning my full-size 45 from the 21 over to the H&K. So that's it, man. This was fun. I hope that there's some good value here. These are all great guns. Some certainly have better qualities than others. Okay, so I guess one last thing. Don't forget that you can download the 45 Auto Shootout results at tacticaltim.com. And not only that, not only can you download the actual little 45 auto comparison, but you can get the nitty-gritty spec sheets on every single one of these guns for free at tacticaltim.com. And that's it. So guys, hope you enjoyed the 45 Auto Shootout. We'll be doing more of these. If you have some suggestions on how we can improve the shootout, please let me know. And that's it. Tactical Tim Schmidt here from the United States Concealed Carry Association, signing off. Take care.